I firmly believe that we all have what we need to get to where we want to go. I really love to speak on this topic as so many people have exactly what they need in order to advance to the next level. But they just cannot seem to identify what is placed right before them. Years ago, I was one such person. You see, I was a full-time student with only 3 months to complete my PhD. I owed the university $3,700 and two things happened. One, I received a letter from the dean of my college informing me that I had to finish the program the upcoming semester. Two, I just did not have a cent to my name. And if I did not clear my balance, I would not be able to register for school. I really was in a bind. And like we all do when we are in a bind, we seek assistance from the master of the universe. At least most of us do. And I kept getting the very same answer. You have what you need to get to where you want to go. I started looking at what I had, and I tried a number of things. First, I tried raising the money by using an asset in Jamaica to secure a loan. No luck. I kept talking to the master of the universe, and I kept getting the very same answer. You have what you need to get to where you want to go. Next, I tried raising the money by using an asset in the US to secure the loan. Again, no luck. I kept talking to the master of the universe. And by now you know the answer. You have what you need to get to where you want to go. I explored the possibility of using a condo I own to borrow $20,000 from an unlicensed moneylender who often targets individuals in difficult times. This guy was asking for 10% fixed interest each month and the full principal repayment at the end of 12 months. So I would end up paying back $24,000 in interest on a $20,000 loan over a 12-month period. I thought about it and decided against it. I vowed never to use a possible permanent solution to solve a temporary problem. That makes no sense. Again, I went back to the master of the universe, and by now, you know what the answer is. You have what you need to get to where you want to go. I thought about renting my car, but I decided against it as I was not prepared to handle the possible consequences of a crashed vehicle. And I kept talking to the master of the universe, and the answer was the same. You have what you need to get to where you want to go. I had approximately 2 weeks to school, I know that. And I was faced with a dilemma. Was I really going to get kicked out of a program that I was pursuing for almost 7 long years because of a mere $3,700 debt? The frustrating thing was that I kept getting the very same answer, that I had what I need to get to where I want to go. This time I decided that I was going to have a real conversation with the master of the universe. I said, okay, you keep telling me that I have what I need to get to where I want to go. Listen, I have tried everything. I have tried securing the loan from Jamaica. I've tried securing the loan from the state. What else do I have? The funny thing about the communication this time was that I decided to listen. You see, most time in conversation with the master of the universe, it's one-sided. You talk and you talk and you walk away. But I was silent. I listened. And I really, really processed what I was hearing. And when I got the answer, you have what you need to get to where you want to go, I started looking around me. I wanted to see what I had. The answer was obvious. I had the condo. The only thing I needed to do was to rent the condo for 3 months and live in the car. The only problem with that was that I needed to find someone who was willing to rent the place right away. And I also had to find someone who was willing to pay 3 months rent up front. After getting the solution, I decided to seek out my tenant. I called a friend in Turks and Caicos, and it so happened that she knew someone who was already in the States staying at a hotel who needed somewhere to stay for, you guessed it, 3 months. I called the individual and she fell in love with my condo. She paid me the 3 months rent up front, and I took my clothes out of my closet and placed them in my SUV. That evening, when I handed her my keys, I had no clue, absolutely no clue, where I was going to lay my head that night. But just as I was walking through the door, my cell phone showed me a message from a friend I hadn't heard from in a while. She said, "Charlotte, what are you up to?" I responded that I was about to take a road trip. She said, "Girl, how can you go on a road trip without coming to look for me?" I asked her where she lived, and she told me Orlando. She gave me her address, and I programmed it in my GPS, and I started the 4-hour drive. She lived in a beautiful home on a lake, and she gave me a wing all to myself. I had 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Lovely place to stay all by myself. And furthermore, she told me that I was welcome to stay for the term. You see, I was able to get through the fire without smelling like smoke. Now, some of you listening to me today may be going through your own "I just don't know what to do" moment. But I want to comfort you by letting you know that the answer to your problem is right within you. You have what you need to get to where you want to go. I want to challenge you to stop. Take some time to look inside. Look around you. This is not the time to call friends and rehash your situation. Many times we look to others for help when the solutions to our problems rest right with us. Also, I want to remind you that your dreams should be important enough for you to make any sacrifice to achieve them. After all, it is your dream. The most precious thing you have in life is your dreams. Your dreams are not you. Your dreams are unique to you. And no one has a dream that is exactly like yours in every way. I want you to do 2 things for me. This year, I want you to 1, make the requisite sacrifice, and 2, I want you to get out of your comfort zone. Remember, you alone must make the sacrifice to achieve your objective. The good life is earned with hard work and sacrifice. Let others do whatever, but you, my friend, must do whatever it takes. You have to be willing also to get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes we think of the comfort zone as a motivational concept. However, believe me, the comfort zone is real. It is a behavioral space where your activities and behaviors fit a routine and pattern that minimizes stress and risk. The operative words here are stress and risk. In our comfort zone, there is a sense of familiarity, security, and certainty. When we step outside of our comfort zone, we're taking a risk, and we're opening up ourselves to the possibility of stress and anxiety. And we're not quite sure what will happen and how we will react. While we've come to see stress as a dirty word, and for good reason, a little bit of healthy stress and calculated risk can actually act as a catalyst for growth and also to provide a powerful motivation to act. Remember, success isn't reserved for a preordained few. It is available to all of us. Now, I want you to go out. Take action toward your goal. You know what you want to do. You know how to do it. And you have seen for yourself to be successful. There's no reason, my friends, not to get up today, go out, and give it a shot. I am Dr. Gillette.